companions of the Prophet ﷺ, and even ourselves. We know other things of this, world, but about our own religion, our own deen, about Islam, we know less, very less. So inshallah, with this intention to increase our knowledge, even myself, yes, and also to apply inshallah in our life. So we were discussing about the Madani period, the first Madani period, after the Prophet ﷺ migrated to Medina. So we mentioned that he sent, small campaigns, small military expedition to, disrupt the trading route of the people of Makkah. Because, the people of Makkah, they did many things, bad things towards the Muslims. When, the Prophet ﷺ gave da'wah, he started his da'wah mission in Makkah. From then, the kuffar, the Quraysh, the polytheists, they gave the Muslims hard time, torturing, taking their wealth, everything. And basically, what's the word? Kicking them from their own city. What's the word? Exiling. Exile. Yeah, exile. Yes. So that's why this one of the these small military expedition is expedition is called Dhul Ushayra. Dhul Ushayra is the name of a place. So what happened here is the Prophet ﷺ knew that the Quraysh they departed for Syria with with a lot of wealth, yeah. And then so the Prophet ﷺ, he himself, also his companions, went to intercept that caravan. But unfortunately, he was not successful because they proceeded to Syria, and so then the Prophet ﷺ, he returned back to Medina, but then he was waiting for their return from Syria to Makkah. Of course, they have to, because Medina is in the north, Makkah is south, and Syria is no. They will bring more profit and wealth, of course, compared to when they were leaving for Syria. Yes, so the Prophet, when they were returning this caravan, he also went out with his companions to intercept this caravan, and the purpose was to basically, if they don't want to kill anyone, but to take the wealth, yes, to cover for what the Muslim have lost, and they left everything in Makkah, their land, maybe their property, everything, and it's taken by the policies of Makkah, the kuffar. So this is like a payback, yes. So this is one of the reason the Battle of Badr began. This is one of the reasons. The Sariyah, the Al-Ushayra, the expedition of the Al-Ushayra, this small, group of companions of the Prophet with himself, they went to intercept this caravan when they were returning from Syria to Makkah. And they were bringing, they said it's around, a big amount of, mashallah, merchandise worth maybe gold, 50,000 dinars gold. So that's like 1 dinar is like, it's 22 karat gold. So like 1 dinar, we can say Australian, like now the value, current value is around $390 for 1 dinar. So if you do the maths, 50,000 dinar current value in our days will be like 19 million something Australian dollars, 19 million close to. So that's a lot of money. It's a lot. So that's why the head of this caravan is Abu Sufyan. Who? Abu Sufyan. So he was very, of course, careful bringing that, that amount of wealth, and he knew, the Muslim in Medina will do something. So, but this is one of the reason why the Battle of Badr started. So in this Sariyah, they call it expedition or mission, or we say invasion, or you can say invasion as well. But the word in Seerah in many books is Sariyah. So Sariyah is a small army, small group of men. Sometimes the Prophet ﷺ joined. He also went. So when he went this time, he appointed Abu Salama, Abu Salama Abdul Asad al Makhzumi. Abu Salama Abdul Asad. He appointed him to, look after the affairs in Medina. So he went. And also during this mission, he also made, treaty with other tribes around that area. Yeah, around that area he went. Dhul Ushayra, the name of that area. Dhul Ushayra. We don't know where this. I think if we search on Google Earth, maybe it will come up. Yes, the current name of this area, is it still the same or not? Maybe it's still the same. I didn't search, but this Dhul Ushayra. So he did, because that's how we have to be allies to those who are around you. Yes, not enemy. Because if you're enemy, then you will be in the state of danger all the time. You have to watch your back. And so here the Prophet tried also to establish treaty with Bani Mudlij, other tribes around that area. So, and then another mission also happened. This is like second year of Hijrah. After the migration, the second year of migration, all these incidents happen. Then the other one, there's another mission. Nakhla is called Nakhla, not Dhul Ushayra, Nakhla. This is another mission. But the Prophet ﷺ did not, participate in this mission, in this invasion, you can say. So Nakhla, this happened. The Prophet ﷺ, he sent Abdullah bin Jahash al-Asadi. Jahash, yes. Jahash in Lebanese is donkey. Yeah, but I think in Fusha, I'm not sure if it's donkey. I don't think it has a different meaning, I think. Or maybe the same meaning. Maybe. So Abdullah bin Jahash al-Asadi, Asad, lion. Maybe it is Jahash, donkey and lion, combination of the two. To Nakhla at the head of 12 immigrants with 6 camels. So maybe the Arabs, they name themselves Jahash because, hard working. Because donkeys, hard work, they carry your burden, carry your, labor, everything. And Asad, brave, huh? Brave. So this Sahabi, the Prophet ﷺ appointed him to lead this mission with 12 other men from the Muhajirun, from the immigrants. So only 12, so that's basically 13. Small group, yeah? And they had 6 camels only. That means 12. And I think they take turns to ride on the camel, or maybe 6 camels, huh? Or maybe 2 can ride at once, yeah. Yeah, you can. The camel is big, that it can handle the weight. Big ones, yes. Anyone ride a camel before? Of course, yeah. Australia, we have camels, yes. Yeah, Northern Territory, yes. It's desert area. Huh? Me? Tasty. Oh, they're good. Oh, camel burger in thing, like Kemba, Ramadan, the camel burger. Maybe more oily, I think. More, no, I'm not sure. Yeah, I taste it, but it's you might not notice the difference, but there should be. Okay, so this 6 camels only. But before he departed, Abdullah bin Jahash al-Asadi, the Prophet ﷺ gave him a letter and told him, don't open this letter until you reach this place. So the place was Nakhla. So this is the place. That's why we call this Nakhla mission. And why the Prophet did that? Because of course, if you know the business of intelligence, you don't want to announce, or many people know something, because the information will spread easily. It will leak. That's why the Prophet said, gave him this, and he did not inform any the one. But once you reach that location, Nakhla, you open it, and then you'll see my instructions or what information I have given you, and then you can share it with your companions. Yes. So it's a strategy, good one. Because if in Medina he notified him, I think he will spread from here. So only those 13 people know, only no one else. So that's why the Prophet ﷺ did this. And yeah, so when Abdullah bin Jahash al-Asadi, he reached Nakhla, that place. It's a place between Mecca and Taif. So he oh no, he wasn't allowed this. So the Prophet ﷺ gave him that letter and said, look, you have to open this after 2 days. After you travel 2 days, then open it. And then when he opened, he saw the instructions to go to that place, Nakhla, to intercept a caravan coming of the Quraysh as well. So that's the instructions. And then he told his companions. So what happened was, so this caravan, they were carrying a lot of raisins, sultanas, I think, dried grapes, and other food commodities, and also Amr bin al-Hadrami. He was a known polytheist. Uthman and Nawfal, the two sons of Abdullah bin al-Mughira. These one. So what's the plan? The Muslims, they said, what do we do? Now we see the caravan. Do we attack? Do we fight and take the wealth they have? So, but then that time was the sacred month, one of the sacred month. It was in Rajab, this one. So the Arabs, they know we should not fight in one of the sacred months. They're the 4 sacred months: Rajab, Dhul Hijjah, Dhul Qada, and Muharram. But what happened? They engaged. They went and engaged in fighting, and so this polytheist, the known polytheist Amr bin al-Hadrami, Amr bin al-Hadrami, he was killed by an arrow. There's one man killed here in this incident, only one man, and they successfully, took the wealth of that caravan, took everything, and some were captured as well, and some escaped. So they returned back to Medina with 2 prisoners, and all the the booty, the wealth. So what happened? 6 camels? They're right, of course. Yeah, they're right, 6 camels. So when the Prophet ﷺ heard what happened, he disapproved. He was not happy because, yes, killing is forbidden. Even in Quran, mentioned inna iddata shuhuri inda Allah 12 shahran, the 4 ashhurul hurum, no killing. Yeah. So the polytheists, took this opportunity. They say, look, what happened? Look, see, big mistake from the Muslim, the killing. But then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed a verse. So the Sahaba, the companions, they were also stressed. They were depressed as well. They didn't. It's like they didn't like what happened, and they thought they did wrong as well, and it's something terrible happened, of course, and the Quraysh are putting that pressure. See this? But then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed a verse. Yes.
When they went to get the loot, did they plan to say, like, do we know that if some party happens going to kill, or was it accidentally they were there?
The killing happened. Yeah, the killing, because there's a resistance from the other side, of course. Yeah, the resistance. If they don't resist, I think they just take the thing. What is it? The wealth, the caravan. But when killing happens, when the other side resists, they try to fight as well. That's when it happens. Yes? As it is. Yep. If you don't resist, you just surrender, and then you kill the surrendering person. That's terrible. But if a person tries to fight with thing, then he will get hit or something and maybe killed. Yes. So this is what happened. But again, killing is not allowed in the month of Ashhurul Hurum. So this is, the politics took this as an opportunity to really, hit the Muslims. Yeah, see, you violation, you violent people, this like this, commenting and everything. But then Allah Subhanahu wa Taala revealed the verse in Quran. This verse, He said, so they ask, عن الشهر الحرام قتال فيه. The people ask you about killing in the month of Hurum, the 4 months. قل قتال فيه كبير. So reply to them, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saying that قتال فيه كبير. Killing in that during those months is a big sin. It's kabir, it's big. وصد عن سبيل الله وكفر به والمسجد الحرام وإخراج أهله منه أكبر عند الله. But in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in His eyes, that preventing people from the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and disbelieving in Allah, and also exiling the people from their own home, from their own city, is worse than this one. Of course, this crime is worse. So it means that what the polytheists did to the Muslim is worse, far worse than this incident. This is just one man. But they're trying to say, well, this is this is so violent. So Allah replied here very clearly, وَالْفِتْنَةُ أَكْبَرُ مِنَ الْقَتْلِ. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that fitna is worse than killing. Fitna. Yeah, that's a verse in Surah, I think it's Surah Baqarah, ayah 217. وَالْفِتْنَة is worse than killing. Yes? Fitna is, corruption. What they did, for example, they bad mouth. Fitna is many things. It's a word, has many meanings. So fitna can be even killing someone. In Ashur is also fitna, but their fitna is I think. You can say what they did was worse, more worse. Okay, people live in their city, and they had to leave. They've been tortured, taking wealth, and killed too. It's not just and is killing also included. So that's worse. If you combine all those crimes, and compared to this incident, it's worse. That's what Allah is trying to say. Wal fitna akbaru min al qatl. This killing here. So it's referring to this is the why this verse was revealed, because of this incident. So that then we understand, because killing is also a fitna. Yeah. But Allah is comparing what they did to the Muslim in during the time of Makkah, many things, killing, even trying to assassinate the Prophet. So their fitna is worse than this killing here. Yeah. And sometimes we can say fitna is also better to be killed than having and coping with fitna, Yeah, isn't it? You can feel that dying is better than enduring this fitna and facing the fitna of something, Like, for example, you get accused of rape, for example, and you didn't do it. You might say in one stage in your life, oh, this is too much for me, man. That can be. That's a serious fitna. That's fitna, lying or framing someone. Making false allegations, for example. There's so many, yeah? So this here is fitna ashaddu min al-qatl. So from this ayah, the Sahaba, they were comforted a little bit. Oh, okay, we did wrong, but again, what they did to us is worse, far worse than what happened. But then look, see, those 2 prisoners, they were, of course, released, and the Muslim paid blood money for the person for the polytheist who was killed by an arrow, Amr bin al-Hadrami. Yeah, they paid his blood money. So again, things were settled, of course, not just he died. That's it, because it was unlawful killing. See, Yes, in Islam, if you kill someone unlawfully, you have to pay for it. There's a consequence. So this is the, incidents of before the Battle of Badr happened. These are the invasions took place, small military expeditions, Seerah they call it. So here also we mentioned previously that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave the permission for Muslim to engage in fighting, engage in killing. أُذِنَ لِلَّذِينَ يُقَاتَلُونَ. Also Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed the verse in Surah Baqarah, وَقَاتِلُوا فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ الَّذِينَ يُقَاتِلُونَكُمْ. Fight those who fight you, and do not transgress the limits. So in fighting, you have to, you have to be on, you can't transgress the limits. Yes? وَلَا تَعْتَدُوا. So تَعْتَدُوا, i'tida is transgressing the limits. Like, you're being killed like how many people, but you kill even more. That's transgressing limits, yes? إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يُحِبُّ الْمُعْتِدِينَ. Allah does not love those who transgress His limits. Okay. This. And then also in this during this time, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala He revealed verses like for how to engage in fighting. Engaging in fighting. Okay. Says over here, فَإِذَا لَقِيتُمُ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا فَضَرْبَ الرِّقَابِ. So I'm just going to read. So when you meet the disbelievers, فَضَرْبَ الرِّقَابِ. So hit the necks. Riqab is the neck. Of course, with a sword, you aim for the head or the neck, I think, because if the armor on the head is a bit hard, the neck or somewhere, yes. So here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, فَضَرْبَ الرِّقَابِ. Riqab means raqabah, this is neck. Darb means to hit the neck. حتى إذا أثخنتموهم فشدوا الوثاق. أثخنتموهم, the word أثخنتموهم means like when you killed majority of the enemy, when they have become weak, yes, فشدوا الوثاق. Then you can فشدوا الوثاق meaning take the remaining as captives. Yeah. فإما مَنًّا بَعْدُ. And after that, you either be generous and release them for free without any, ransom money, nothing. You release them. مَنًّا بَعْدُ وَإِمَّا فِدَاء. Fida with ransom. So you can free yourself, but you have to pay amount of, wealth. So I think the leader will see what's more beneficial, and weigh weigh in the matter which one is more beneficial for the Muslim. Release this, or release him with he needs to pay for his freedom. Okay. So this Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling the Muslim the guidelines of war, what happened when you fight. So even during this time, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He also mentioned in the Quran, فَإِذَا أُنزِلَتْ سُورَةٌ مُحْكَمَةٌ وَذُكِرَ فِيهَا الْقِتَالِ. When, call for jihad, the call for jihad, comes, you will see those who have, hypocrites, who have, sickness in their heart. The hypocrites, of course, they show that they are, with you, but in their hearts they're not with you. They're your enemy, and you will see them, you will find them like they are very disappointed, because the Prophet is calling his companions to support, to go for jihad basically. But those who are hypocrite, they will find this as if they are fainting to death. It's just too much, this one. It's too much. We can't because they want it's heavy for them. Yes. So so this is what happened, and also during this time, Allah Subhanahu wa Taala commanded the Muslims to change the direction of Qibla from Baytul Maqdis to Kaaba to Mecca, towards Mecca. So from north to south. And also, when Allah revealed this command, many said, "Oh, what's happening now?" They didn't like it and they were questioning about it. But this is also Allah Subhanahu wa Taala is referring to a role, awaiting the Muslims. There's a role coming in the future, because you can't leave your Qibla if you're praying, Qibla towards Kaaba. It means in the future you will have to manage that, take control over that place. It's like Allah Subhanahu wa Taala is referring to the Muslims that there's a new role coming. So which means that role is it will require you to get involved in fighting. Yes, of course. Yeah. You can't just I don't want to fight. Fighting is sometimes essential. You have to do it. If you don't want to fight, then others will get everything. You will get nothing, basically. Yes, that's how it is. So here, so this is so we will explain the start of the Battle of Badr. See, when that caravan came returning back, the Sariyah, the mission was Dhul Ushayrah. It's called Dhul Ushayrah. So the Prophet ﷺ himself, he went with yes. Yes, so first he sent someone, Talha ibn Ubaidillah, some of his companions, to just scout the area, this caravan, to try to find more information. Yeah, he returned back, and provided that this has a lot of wealth. We mentioned the 50,000 dinars. So this is a big wealth. If we hit this, it's a jackpot. It will, the people of Makkah will suffer big time. So so then the Prophet ﷺ, encouraged his companions to embark on, intercept this caravan. But then he did not made it compulsory. So it's a choice. You can come or you can remain in Medina. Yeah. But the Prophet ﷺ, he himself took part in this. So he himself took part. So it was says if you hear the Muslim army was made up of around 300 and 317 men. The most were from the immigrants 80, 86, and majority is from the Ansar, from the helpers, Aus and Khazraj, the majority. But this is around 317 men in total. But they were not well equipped. Like even the Dhul Ushayra, or the mission, Nakhla mission, 6 camels and 13 men. Yeah, not well equipped. So here they had only 2 horse and 70 camels. 300 plus men, 70 camels. I think 1 camel, 3 will take turn to ride. Three people, taking turns to ride the camel. So this is the condition of this army. They want to intercept that big caravan. I think it's a big caravan, of course, because they're carrying that much wealth. It's not a small one. So the Prophet ﷺ, he went, but he left Abdullah ibn Maktoum. This is a companion, Abdullah ibn Maktoum. He's a blind Sahabi. Yeah? So he left him to be in charge back in Medina. Left him there. So the Prophet, and then he gave the flag to Mus'ab ibn Umair al-Qurashi al-Abdari. So the flag was given to Mus'ab ibn Umair al-Qurashi al-Abdari, and it was white color flag. And then the Prophet ﷺ also divided the army into two, immigrants and the helpers. Yes. So the flag carrier of the Muhajirun, the immigrants, is Ali ibn Abi Talib. And then for the helpers, for the Ansar, Mu'adh Sa'd ibn Mu'adh. Yes. And then also the leaders for the right flank of the army, the left flank. The right flank was Zubayr bin Awam, and then the Al-Miqdad bin Amr, the left flank, left side of the army. And the rear, the back, Qais bin Abi Sa'sa'a. And the general, of course, the general commander is the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ himself. So this is a very small army, not properly equipped. So of course they departed. They left Medina, and they were aiming for Badr. This is a place, Badr. And then he says over here. So he took the main road to Mecca, because Badr, so Medina going to Mecca. So Badr is actually to Medina. And then he reached this place. It's called Safra. He dispatched a Sahabi, a companion, two companions. Okay, Basbas bin Amr al-Juthani and Adi bin Abi az-Zaghbara, to find more information regarding that caravan of Abu Sufyan. So now Abu Sufyan, he know all this. Yeah, he knows all this. I think we are, the Medina, the Prophet ﷺ and his companions are trying to, attack us and take this wealth. So he was very alert. He was very alert and very cautious. So he was aware of all these dangers. So he basically, he sent someone. He hired someone basically to deliver a message to Quraysh, to alert the Quraysh that we need help. This is our big caravan, so we don't want to lose this. So we need to send some, help. No, he was on his way to Mecca. During his, not in Syria. When he was on way, he sent someone. He hired someone. I think this person very fast. Yeah, his horse has got a good ride, very fast, to deliver the message that there is a danger, there is a concern that our caravan will be attacked by Muhammad and his followers. Okay, so please send help. So this person, his name is Damdam bin Amr al-Ghifari. Damdam is his name. He's a dumb person, Damdam. Damdam bin Amr al-Ghifari. So what he did, when he reached Mecca, okay, he dismounted. It says over here camel, so maybe a fast camel. Camel's not too fast, yeah. Horse is faster, but he actually arrived, pretty fast. And then he stood in front of the Kaaba. He cut the nose of his camel and ears. He was showing some drama there, because he's showing, look, and then he turned his saddle upside down, creating some scene, of course, a scene of what is it called? Urgency or something. So trying to get people's attention, basically. Oh, what's happening, this guy? Yeah, maybe he tore his shirt as well, like ripped his shirt. Yeah, creating a scene basically. And he said, "Look, the caravan is in danger. Please help, help." He's calling out for help. So to get, I think to get immediate attention from people, I think you do this. I think Dum Dum did it. Okay, so Dum Dum did it. So, but it was effective. He immediately got their attention. The leaders of Makkah, the Quraysh, immediately got their attention, and they were like, "Whoa, no way! This is a, this is a huge, merchandise. We have to take this seriously." So they immediately prepared for battle. This, immediately assembled their army, weapons, everything. Right. So they immediately got to it. They didn't delay anything. So they gathered all the force they have, and everyone took part. The big leaders, Abu Jahl and others. Abu Lahab, he stayed in Makkah. Abu Lahab stayed. He did not take part in this. And also some other Arab tribes joined in, with the Quraysh. So this is 1,300 soldiers. 1,300. And the Prophet, how many? Was 300 something, yes? 317, 300, huh? Yeah, 13, yes. So around there, so this is 1,300. Triple, not double, triple, no, even more. So 100 horsemen on horse, and then 600 on with armored. They armored, fully armored, and they have many camels, of course, many camels, and they were like they slaughtered camels as well for the provision, for their food. So they're well equipped, basically. What's the time? 8:46. Isha is 9. 9:10. Okay. So they were like very arrogant and ready to fight. They want to fight. But even the caravan did not. The Muslims they did not succeed attacking that caravan. It was it went It proceeded to Makkah. Yeah. But again, they say, even Abu Sufyan sent a message to the Quraysh. Look, we don't have to fight, because we are now we passed the route and we're no longer in danger. So you can return back. He told them, but they said no, we have to. And then Abu Jahl said we have to party as well before the fight. They're arrogant. Yeah, we have to fight. We have to kill these people. So, but then his plan was, it fired back basically, because in Badr, there was help from angels, mentioned in Quran. Yes. Without the help from angels, it's hard to win a battle like this. So there was help from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And even some of the army of the Makkah people, the Quraysh, they returned. Some of them left. So they, instead of 1,300, they remained with 1,000. Yeah, they returned. They said, "Oh, we don't want to fight." It's peace lovers. They don't want to fight. Why will you fight? We got our caravan. What's the point of fighting? But Abu Jahl, no, he insisted. He said no. He even threatened those who want to go back. He threatened them, but he did not succeed. So he was killed in Badr. Yes, Abu Jahl. Yes, he was killed in Badr. Yes. Huh? So here, okay, inshallah. So the Prophet ﷺ heard about this army coming, preparing and marching towards Medina, of course, from Mecca to the north. So the Prophet ﷺ, he gathered his companions to do mashwara, of course, ask their opinions. What should we do? Yes. So he asked the muhajirun, the immigrants first, and they were immediately Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu. He said that we are with you all the way. So if we were to get involved in fighting, we will fight. You know. But then he was also there's Ansar, the helpers. Yeah. And you know, remember in the Bay'atul Aqabah that when they pledge allegiance, the Prophet in the condition that they will fight or defend if the fighting was to occur in Medina, you know. Yeah, the tribes, yes, the Aus and Khazraj, the two tribes, they made this treaty or they made a promise to the Prophet that if Medina will remain safe, they will fight for Medina. But this fight is occurring outside Medina, not in Medina, yes, because Badr is not in Medina, Badr is outside Medina. So they didn't have to, you know, to fight because there's no promise or treaty like that. Yeah. But again, when the Prophet ﷺ asked the Ansar, what do you think? You know? So they said, no, we will be with you. You know? We will not be like the followers of Musa alayhi salam. You know, when he asked his followers to join him in fighting in the path of Allah, they said, you go with your Lord. اذهب أنت وربك فقاتلا إنها هنا قاعد is mentioned in Quran. We just want to sit here and you go with your Lord and fight. We will not do that, but we will say that go and we will be with you by your side fighting. مقاتلون, yes. So, and even one of the helpers said that if you take us to Birk al-Ghimad, Birk al-Ghimad is a place name which is further south towards the coastal area of Saudi Arabia, where the Red Sea is. Yes, that's very far distance. Yeah, we'll go there and fight. So this is the. So when the Prophet ﷺ heard this answer, he was happy, of course. Eh? And he made dua as well for those who gave him this reply. You know, the leaders, of course, made dua for them. So this is where when the Muslim, you know, had this strong, what is it, desire. Huh? Yeah, first fight happened, battle in Islam, yes. Yes. So inshallah we will stop here. Enough. Huh? You have to come back next week. To be continued. Is this? There was one-on-one first, I think. There's one-on-one, I think, the start first. Yeah. And then after that.
There's no economies of scales.
Huh? No, no, وَمَا رَمَيْتَ إِذْ رَمَيْتَ, even وَلَكِنَّ اللَّهَ رَمَى. It's even in Quran, Allah mentioned that when you shoot the arrow, Allah is shooting. Yeah. There's the help of Allah, so maybe one shot immediately. And even some companions say, we see that this guy just get killed. I don't know who hit him, you know. The enemy, he just dropped down to the floor and killed. But who killed him? The angels. Yes. But I think in now, we have to prepare for war. You know, we can't just say, oh, angels will help. No, this is special case. You have to prepare for war. That's why in Quran Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَأَعِدُّوا لَهُمْ مَسْتَطَعْتُم مِّن قُوَّةٍ. Prepare. A'iddu means prepare. Whatever you can, power, quwwah. So these weapons, Allah call it quwwah. Don't say, oh, weapons don't have power. Allah has power. That's wrong. Yeah. No, weapons have power, but if Allah wills it takes the power away, He can do that. But it has power. Even when Allah mentioned about the metal, steel, وَأَنزَلْنَا الْحَدِيدَ فِيهِ بَأْسٌ شَدِيدٌ. There is strong power in, yes. So yes, it's our job to prepare. Yeah? Even Australia prepares nuclear submarines now. Even many people disagree, but if you work in politics, government, you will understand why we need that. Otherwise, you'll be defenseless. against China, against any others who trying to. No, no, we want defensive. We don't want to do offensive. Many will argue it's not good. Why we want to fight, But just preparing because China have nuclear submarines, eh? That's why. So this is how it is. You see. This is how the world is. You see.
Chef, I've just think because when you're telling the story of when they went to the caravan and you said that they killed someone,
Yeah, that one person.
they're saying it's not right, you go in there and kill someone. I don't want to bring anything up.
Yeah.
Then you said Allah revealed their verse.
Yeah, yeah.
It shows how just Allah is, Because as I was speaking that talk, I didn't know that.
Yeah, even the Sahaba, they were worried. Oh, we did big mistake, and this is not good. And then
I didn't want to think up against.
no, when people make mistake, but see the mistake, what the disbelievers did is worse. But they will not admit to that. They will say, no, what you did, that one person killed, is way worse in Shahram. And the politics, they were like fighting in Ahram. They were fighting. Yeah, yeah. So, and now they're going, oh, it's a big deal now, one person. That's what we call fitna is. That's, unjust. And it's wrong, yeah. That's why the Muslim paid for the blood money and released the prisoners to go back, yeah. It's not excusable like that thing. Even our Australian Defence Force, they did something in Afghanistan, Yeah, they were stripped of their thing, badge of honor, maybe. Still.
The thing is, they knew about it the whole time. They wait for the war to finish. They wait for the